Good morning, Sports and Coffee. We're playing Big Country Basketball Association, the 1948 season. We're still in our first series. I conducted the first home games of the first weekend series, and now these teams get a few days off and travel to the opponent's home court to wrap up the first series of the season, which is going to be a span over 10 days or so. As we are now, Central City dominating Springfield. They won all 3 games. They're outscoring them by 28 points. Bayside dominating Unionville. They're outscoring their opponent by 14. Coldell in a tight battle against Paradise City. They won 3 at home, 82-86. So again, all 3 home teams, Bayside was a visitor, but we have basically 3 3-0 teams and 3 0-3 teams, as the matchups clearly favor one side or the other so far. So by the time this video is over, I will have wrapped up the games between these teams, and then I'll move on to the next series for next week, so to speak, right? If you're viewing this as about a 12-day period in which they're going to play these 6 games against each other. All right, so here we go. Central City at Springfield. Central City is a B. Springfield is a D in this matchup. Again, Central City's absolutely dominating this series, scoring on average 28 more points a game than Springfield. Springfield's the worst team in the game. Central City's projected to be the champion. So a 28-point spread is pretty obvious once you start rolling the dice that the predictions are, at least for these 2 clubs, spot on. All right, let's see. Central City, here we go. Central City is going to score 20 in their first period of action on the road, and Springfield is going to score 22. That may be the first time in the series that they've ever led. Springfield has never led Central City in a period, and they open at home with a 1 bucket advantage over. So the fans here thrilled to see Springfield's got a spring in their step at home in the Springfield, what's the name of the stadium here for Springfield? Springfield is in the Springfield Sharecroppers? No, Spartans. Springfield Spartans are in the, I don't have the stadium written here. Son of a gun. Normally I have the stadium on here as well, but I don't have a stadium. All right. Period 2, Central City, what do? Central City's going to score 22, though. This is where, and remember, their 6th man, let's see what their 6th man does here. Central City's Bert Trindle, a 2+, is going to score 2 more points and subtract 2 from their opponent. And Springfield's 6th man, 0, is going to subtract 4 from their own team. So this is where Central City gets that big edge, is in the 2nd and 4th quarter. So Trindle's going to add 2. They scored 22. We're going to add 2. 24. So there's going to be at least a 6-point swing in Springfield every 2nd and 4th quarter, which is what's been killing them. 4 for them is 19 minus 2 from their 6th man, minus 4, minus 6. So 13, and that's where the wheels start to come off for Springfield. So next year, for those who don't know, it's a very simple career mode in this. Every year, like the hockey game, a very simple, fast career mode. Every year, the 6th man automatically replaces someone on the starters, and then the starter is pushed out. So the 6th man, for instance, Mike Roper, I get to choose who he would replace, kicking out a player, and then I get to roll up a new 6th man. So next year, Springfield will see Ollie O'Connor, who's not very good, but he'll move up. He has to replace his starter, and then I get to roll up a new 6th man who might change Springfield's, right? So the teams that have a really good 6th man are going to see him move into the starting ranks, and that makes the team stronger. Teams that have a bad 6th man, that'll make them ultimately weaker, but they could get stronger if you roll up a really good new 6th man. So the 6th man comes in, be a young guy in development. That would help the team or hurt the team, and that's how you see this. The 6th man is almost like your rookie star that would be coming in, and then in a year he'll replace. So in 5 years, you could potentially have, all your 6 men automatically move up, and you push out players. So it's a natural. You don't have to track age or anything. Okay. So it's hard to explain until I get to the end of the season, but and hockey does the same. The first line eventually retires, and the new line, the third line, so line 2 moves up, line 3 moves up, and then you roll up a new line for line 3. As line 1 is ushered out, they would be like the veterans who leave in free agency or retire. So you're slowly moving through the ranks. So it's pretty fun. And again, it simplifies and automates any decision making really that you have to do because you're not really managing your own team so much as you are playing careers to see which teams are superstars. Central City was down by 2, and at halftime now they have flipped the switch thanks to a bad 6th man for Springfield. All right, Central City can put this on ice here pretty quick. 4 is going to be 21 points. Springfield's going to get 16 points. Central City's going to score another 21. Remember, they get to add 2 to their total, so 23. And we're going to subtract 6 from this. 4, 18, minus 4 for their man, minus 2 for our 6-man, or the Central City 6-man. So 4 for them is 18 minus 6. They're going to score 12 points. And folks are just going to continue to get completely pummeled by the best team in basketball. Well, one of the best teams in basketball. So we're going to get 4, 8, and we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 88. And remember, in their first series at home, they averaged 88.3 points a game. They got 88 right here. And Central City averaged 60. So let's see not Central City. Springfield averaged 60.7. Let's see what they do here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 63. So they got 3 points better than their average thanks to a big first period. But folks, there is just no way Central City, there's no way Springfield is going to win a game in this series. Springfield is the single worst team in the league. And boy, against the predicted champion, we are seeing those play out. That's pretty sweet. All right, Unionville at Bayside. Unionville is 0-3. Again, they're scoring 62.3, giving up 76 to Bayside. Bayside is scoring 76, giving up 62. So Bayside has also swept them at home. Now swept them on the road. Now Bayside gets to come home. So Unionville is going to score 16 in the first. Does not look good for them. Bayside is going to score 18. So it's a close game in the first. We're going to get 22. Now remember, Unionville's 6th man. So the 6th man feature is what gives this game kind of this sense of strategy that you get to watch unfold over the course of the year and over the course of the season and over the course of the year. All right, so Unionville's 6th man is a 1. 1 plus is minus 4 from their opponent, so he's a defensive player. So Unionville, we won't know yet. But I rolled a 6 for Unionville. So Bayside's 6th man, before I write this down, I want to scribble a bunch of points here. Bayside's 6th man's a 2 plus. So he's going to subtract 2. So let's go back here. 22 minus 2, 20. And it's going to be a total of minus 2 against Bayside for their 6th man. 22 minus 2, 20. Folks, at halftime, it is a 2-point game. Bayside. This is the closest I think Bayside's been in this series. They're only up by 2 entering the third period. Pretty incredible. Third quarter, I should say. All right, Unionville, what are they going to do? 16, that's what's killing them. They just aren't having strong first and thirds. Bayside is going to get 20. So again, they're averaging 19. And the fourth period, it's going to be, horrible, horrible day. And their guy takes 4 away. So he scores 15 minus 2. 13, and Bayside subtract 4, add 2 to this. Oh wow, Bayside blows up. 24, add 2, 26, subtract 4, 22. So Bayside is going to continue their winning ways against Unionville. Again, you can pretty much, when you see 3-0 and 0, you can pretty much figure this is going to end up 6-0 and 6-0. However, Paradise City and Coldell, that is an absolute battle. So there's a chance here Paradise City is going to steal back some games against Coldell. But we shall see. 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 65. And we're going to get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80 to 65. So Bayside continues with dominance over Unionville, but now they're at home. So that may be their best victory of the series. Bayside won 78-61, 75-64, 75-62, and here they won 80 to 65. So they gave up a little more, but they also had their best offensive output against Unionville. All right, next up, Coldell versus Paradise City. And these two teams are using the same chart. So this is a battle right here. The sixth men in these matchups where they're sharing the same chart, the sixth men are going to be huge. So let's see what Coldell does. Wow, Coldell scores 23 in the first quarter, and Paradise City scores 20. So the road team, Coldell, up by 3. And we're going to get, 17. Coldell's sixth man, if I remember right, it's a stud. Coldell's sixth man's a 2+, so he's going to add 2, subtract 2. So I rolled a 1 for Coldell. 17 plus 2, they're going to score 19. And PC's sixth man is a 1. Add 2 points to his own team. So he's going to break even. So we're going to get 17 plus 2. He's going to score 19. And Paradise City's sixth man adds 2 versus the negative 2. They're going to break even. And I rolled a 17. Oh, poor Paradise City. They had a chance to steal the quarter there. All right, Coldell. Wow, Coldell scores 21. Paradise City scores 21. It's a ball game again. This fourth, they really need Coldell to roll low. No, Coldell's going to get 25 in a big fourth quarter, and Paradise City's going to get 20. And there it is. Coldell continues their winning ways over Paradise City. Unbelievable. We got 10, 15, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 88 for Coldell. Wow. And 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 78 to 88. Most of those games were close between these two teams. 75-80, 85-76, 77-81. This one was 88-78. So again, fascinating. You can see what the sixth man means to Coldell in this matchup, right? Paradise City's +2 scoring sixth man. That's nice and all, but he's not against this sixth man. So whoever, if you have a great sixth man, you really do change the outcomes in these games. All right, so that would have been, let's say, Wednesday night, and then Friday night will be the fifth game of the series, and then Saturday matinee would be the sixth game, and that would wrap up the series for these teams. Then they'll move on to the next set of teams. Let's go ahead and play Central City at Springfield. Central City, very nice. Central City, again, has the advantage of being one of the best teams in the league. They're going to score 21. Springfield 5 is going to score 19. So Springfield, again, at home in the first quarter, it's almost like fatigue sets in. That's how you could see that, as they just collapse after that. Central City is going to roll a 5. That's 22 plus 2. So they're going to get 24 points. They've got 45 at halftime. And wow, we're going to get 5. That's 19 minus 6 is 13. It's just a killer for them. Is even when they execute, they just can't. The defense of Central City and the ineffectitude of scoring for their sixth man. Springfield's better than this, but their sixth man is so bad, and he's just killing them. So they basically have no depth on the bench, is what you can see there. All right, Central City, they're going to score 22 again. They're on pace to get their 88. And Springfield's going to score 3. And there's another problem. Springfield rolls the big number when they have the negatives. And here we go. Central City's going to wrap things up with 23 points. And Springfield's going to wrap things up with 17 minus 6, 11. A horrible fourth quarter. Again, it looks as though they either get in foul trouble in the fourth against this team, and they just don't have the guys on the court that can score. So Springfield's just, oh, it's a war of attrition that they always lose. In this matchup anyway. 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to score 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 90. That's one of their best outings. They had 94 in game 1 of the series. 10, 20. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's their 60. They averaged 60.7, 90 to 60, a 30-point drubbing on the road in Springfield in game number 5. All right, over to Unionville. Again, let's see what Unionville can do. 6. Wow, they're going to score 22. So Unionville has a blistering first quarter for them. That's a blistering first quarter. Wow, and they're up by 4. Unionville might find a way to beat Bayside. That would be excellent. And here we go. Oh, I rolled a 1. That's 15 there. And again, Unionville's 6th man is a 1+. He's going to subtract 4 from his opponent, so that doesn't hurt their scoring. He's so busy focused on defense, though, that he only scores 15. Bayside, 2, they're going to score 19 minus 4. They're going to score 15, but Bayside, remember, Bayside has a 2+. Oh, yeah, right, so this is a 13. See, I needed to check that. 13, Bayside's going to get minus 2 from their 19. They're going to score 17. Wow, so it is at halftime 35 to 35, folks. Bayside manages in the second quarter to tie the game up. We're going into the third. Unionville needs a big 6 again. Yep, 22. You got to be kidding me. Unionville playing their butts off. Bayside looking at 19 points. This may be the best game that Unionville's had this series. Well, it is the best game. Here we go. And the final is going to, no, 15 minus 2. They're going to score 13 again. And then minus 2 for Bayside. They're going to score 16. Unfortunately, it won't be enough. Unionville's going to find a way to lose by 1 or 2 here, I think. Let me see. We got 5, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70 points. That is 8 points better than their normal. So they outscored their normal by 8. Well, their first, I should say, against Bayside, their normal. Bayside's going to get, let's see here, oh my God, 17, 24, 30. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70. This, what? Oh my God, 70 to 70. So we're in overtime. OT, and remember, OT is very simple. The highest rated 6 man decides the game. So you're technically seeing a last minute bucket as opposed to overtime. So let's compare the two again. The highest is poor Paradise, poor Unionville. They don't have the guy. Bayside's a 2+. So let's look at the overtime, our final shot. It's a steal by, so Bayside's 6th man in the final moments, Randy Gaines, gets a steal. He kills the clock and hits a fadeaway J for 2 points. And it will be 70 to 72. And the 6th man of Bayside is a hero with a steal. Dribbles around, killing the clock, and hits a fadeaway jump shot to win the game 72-70, and that is how that game will wrap up. That was excellent. By far the best outing for Unionville's offense this year, but not good enough. All right, Coldell at PC. Again, they both use the C charts. Let's go. Coldell's got a 2+, so he's going to add 2, subtract 2. And Paradise City has a 1, which is a +2. +2, so they're going to break even. So Paradise City will not get any bonus at all. So here we go. Coldell is going to get 5. 5 is 21 plus, no plus yet, 21. And 4 is 20. It's a 1-point game after 1. Coldell gets to add 2 to this. Oh, 25 points. And Paradise City gets to add nothing. Oh, Paradise City getting drubbed here at home. Coldell's going to score 21 again. Paradise City's going to get 20. Coldell's going to add 2 to this. 3 plus 2, 21. Very consistent game for them. And Paradise City is going to get 18, and this is a butt whooping. This was, I think, the biggest blowout between these two teams. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 88. And then we're going to get 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 75. 88, 75. Wow, folks. So the game of the day, this would have been a Friday night. So we would have had a Wednesday night game, then they had Thursday off to catch up after travel. Friday night, the best game of Friday night was the fadeaway at the buzzer shot by the sixth man of Bayside. And then we had blowouts on the other two. Again, this is the worst series so far for all these teams, as they're all blowouts by one team for the most part. So it's going to be interesting to see the better teams start matching up against each other. Those ought to be killer. All right, let's finish up the series here, and that'll wrap up, in my opinion, the least interesting series of the year. All right, Central City. Central City is going to get 20 as they come out and get their average. And Springfield's going to get 17, so they're already down by 3. That's their worst outing at home so far this year in the first period. Central City's going to get 2. That's going to be 19. Add 2, 21. Minus, I think Springfield's a 0. Minus 4 from their own team, right? So 21. And we subtract 6 from poor Springfield. It's the worst matchup possible for Springfield with that minus 4 sixth man. They're going to get 19 minus 6, 13. Again, you can see they're averaging 13 points in the second and fourth quarters. That's where they're getting their butts handed to them. Central City blows up and gets 24 after the halftime speech. Let's go home strong, guys. And 2 is going to be 16. And Springfield's just not got the offense to hang in there. 2, 19, 20, 21. And then subtract 6 from Springfield. 9 points. That is their worst outing of the season. A 9-point fourth quarter. They just gave up against Central City. They must have had guys in foul trouble or something, right? They just gave up, winded. Springfield's coach may need to be fired. He can't get the most out of this bad bunch, but geez, I don't know. He might want to resign. Screw getting fired. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 86. That's their lowest outing this weekend. They scored 88, 90, and 86, but Springfield laid an egg. Oh my God, 14, 21, 24. That is just pathetic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 54 points. Springfield with 9 points in the fourth. Just absolutely destroyed. That's going to make Central City on the season so far 6-0. And it's going to make Springfield 0-6. Oh, man. Springfield better hope when they elevate their sixth man over a starter that they roll up a really good sixth man, because Springfield looks like they're going to be stuck at the bottom of the barrel for a long time until something shakes out for Springfield. All right, Unionville. Looking at the D charts, Unionville's going to get 22. Again, they start very strong. And Bayside is going to get 20. All right, Unionville, again, they subtract 2. 6, they're going to subtract 2, 20. And Bayside gets to, breaks even, I believe. Let's double check that. Bayside gets to subtract 2, add 2. And Unionville, let me double check Unionville's. Unionville's a 1+, that was subtract 4 from the opponent. Whoops, so minus 2. So it'll be minus 2 for Bayside here. 4 is going to be 21 minus 2 plus 2, so they're going to break even. Basic is what that, minus 4 from the opponent, sorry. So 4 is 21, 17, but add to 19. And look, folks, Unionville at halftime leading. Unbelievable. This is Unionville's best first half yet this season. Oh, but then they come out and they lay an egg in the third. Jiminy. Coaching inconsistent teams. Oh, and Bayside blows up with 24, as there was a definite pep talk by the coach of Bayside. Unionville is going to break even on this. Unionville's subtract 2, so 3. It's going to be 15 more. Man, and Bayside gets to subtract 2. 22 points. Bayside will go home on the bus. In 1948, they're taking trains or buses around here. We're not flying yet. We're all close enough. That's why it's the big country region, right? This is a particular region of the country. We could take a bus or a train. 1948, we got 10, 11, 12, man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 72 points for Union. And that's sad. They had 42 in the first half. That's their best first half of the season, and it wasn't enough. We're going to get 13, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 85 to 72. Bayside, after that buzzer beater, is decided to put the game away. Again, they will be 6-0. Unionville will be 0-6. So this first 2 weekends of the year are giving some teams a jump start and are putting some teams in a giant hole. All right, last but not least, to wrap up this second, or I should say the first series of the year, but the second weekend of the year. Coldell, looking at the C chart, 6. They're going to score 23. Paradise City's going to score 23. Folks, we got us a barn burner. 46 points scored total in the first period. 4. Remember, we got to look up Coldell's sixth man. I should write these all down on index paper, but I haven't had a chance. Coldell's got a, oh yeah, stud. +2, -2. Paradise City's guy is 1. 1 is a +2. So +2, -2. So they're going to get add 2 to this. What did I roll? Did I roll that? Let's roll that over. I don't remember if I rolled that. Or if that's rolled. 17 +2, 19. And Paradise City breaks even. It's 5. They're going to score 21. Wow, Paradise City finally winning a game here at halftime. They're winning by 4 points. 2 points, 4 points, something like that. Coldell's going to get only 18. Paradise City has a chance to steal a game here, folks. Oh, 18. You got to be kidding me. Add 2 to Coldell's score here. 3, 19, 21. That may be enough to win. Paradise City breaks even. They need to roll high. No, they're going to get 18. I think they just choked at home. Let's see. You got to be kidding me. 17, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 81. Oh my God. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think they lost by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80 to 81 to 80. Coldell will go 6-0 in their first series, and Paradise City will lose at home in the final moments, 81 to 80. And folks, we have had 2 absolute predictable, just total drubbings. No doubt, Central City's better than Springfield. They won 6 games. No doubt Bayside is better than Unionville. They've won all 6. And no doubt Coldell somehow better than Paradise City. They have won all 6. But again, Bayside with a 2+. So what is true of those 3 teams? Central City has a 2+, have the highest, have the single best 6-man you could have. Bayside is the single best 2+ 6-man you can have, and so does Coldell. So basically, a 2+ 6-man is the best possible advantage you could have. These other teams, not very good 6th men, so they aren't getting any help from their 6 men, so to speak. And there it is, folks, the very first series done. Central City's best game of this series, they won 94 to 61 in the very first game of the year. They also won on the road 90 to 60. So Central City looking good. Bayside on the road against Unionville, their best victory was 78 to 61. Bayside here's best victory, I would argue, at home was probably the buzzer beater. It would have been the chance for Unionville to chip the armor, and their 6th man hit the buzzer beater and won at 72-70. Although that's not the best drubbing, it's just the most. It would have been the game to tear the heart out of Unionville, I think. And last but not least, in Coldell, their best game was 85 to 76. But then on the road, they won 88 to 75. But again, Coldell had an 81-80 victory over Paradise City in the final game of the series. However, I would argue they underperformed here, so I would not say that was their best game. Here, Unionville did everything they could, and a buzzer beater beat them. Here, I would say Coldell was playing with their food and almost lost it, but 88-75 in that one. So far, the series have been a little bit predictable. Once you start seeing when you see a couple of games like this, a couple of games like you go, oh, that means the other four are probably going to be similar. But that's okay. That's going to be that way until teams start to shake out through the career as you roll up new six men and you retire players off the team, replace them with old six men. Then you start seeing the teams ebb and flow. Again, I'm not tracking points scored. I'll probably do that in the playoffs or the championship. I did it for that first video just so people could see. But there we go. So we have our first series. First 2 weekends, first series done. I'm also done with the first series of baseball. I've been playing my baseball game, Time Sports Baseball Time. Bayside is 3-0 in baseball as well. Central City is 3-0 in baseball as well. These teams were randomly generated in my play tests. I played through as I play tested them. So the teams that are in these books are the teams I made and play tested. And it just turns out that Bayside and Central City in basketball and baseball are pretty good. Fort Jefferson 0-3 and Grand Base 3-0. Paradise City's 0-3 here. They're 3-0 and they're 0-3 in 0-6 in basketball. And Newburgh's 0-3 here. So I wrapped up the first series in the first weekend, I should say. These teams will also face each other on the road now to wrap up the first series of baseball. And then basically the baseball season will be caught up to my basketball season. And football, for those who don't know, I am in the last 2 weeks of the 1951 season in the BCFL, which is using the Time Sports game as well as the D66 football simulator. So I use the D66 football simulator was made to use with the basic Time Sports football game. And I'm in the last 2 weeks of the season of 1951. I have played... So this book starts in 1948. So I got the 48 season, 49 season, 50 season, and I'm finishing up 1951 in football. As you can obviously tell, I'm a football nut. I prefer football to anything. However, it's not because I don't like the other sports or anything. When I get in my football mood, man, I play a lot of games. All right, there you go. And then at some point, I'll introduce a little boxing from this, the wide world of Time Sports, right? The wide world of sports. This would be the wide world of sports 1948 plus. I can't wait to play a little hockey too. I haven't shared much of the hockey version on this channel. And I haven't shared much racing at all. And boxing, I've done the most. You've seen me play boxing on this channel and football more than any of the Time Sports, Big Country Time Sports games. So again, what's confusing to people is I use my Big Country universe for all the teams, but the games are different. The Time Sports engines are faster and simpler. The career mode is simpler. Big Country are the advanced versions of these games with more complicated either team creation or off-season rules generally. But they all are played in my Big Country sports, my Big Country world for my own private work. Again, that's there to inspire people to make their own high school leagues or their own pro leagues or whatever. Do their own thing. They don't have to be in the 1940s. That's just me. I want to start way back in the day. So anyway, long story short, there it is, folks. We have wrapped up the very first series in basketball. Central City, Bayside, and Coldell are all 6-0 so we're going to be seeing a real clash. So let's put it this way. I have a feeling by the time we get to the end of the basketball season, we're going to have two juggernauts duking it out for the championship. And there in that series, I will be tracking points scored for all the players. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend.